This is something that I think I've gained from just being on your live channel. I really cherish that because your main channel is good, but your live channel is where there's not a one-on-one thing, but it's like one on 30, 60. And so I know that your,
It feels one,
yeah, it feels
Hassan.
one-on-one. Yeah, totally.
To
So
me too.
So this one time, not one time, you've said it many times that your dad, especially, and your parents had like a great work ethic. And I remember like where I'm sitting right now, there was this bed and I was bounded by the bed. There was this time in my life and I was watching that video and you pair that with like how you have a work ethic because of them. You know, you're able to work on a video 16 hours, even a day or 2 days, whatever that may be, because of that work ethic. And I think that's very important. I've learned past 2 3 years like how to get out of my comfort zones and build that work ethic. That's also an important thing to discuss, like comfort zones. We spend all our life building these comfort zones, and our mind, whenever it's uncomfortable, it goes like, okay, let's go back to comfort. And unless we go against that, then we cannot control our mind, and our mind just goes like, okay, this is a little uncomfortable, so let's get back and not let's not make this video. Let's not make a song tonight. I want you to tell me like tell me and tell the viewers like how to really get a handle of work ethic. Why is it hard for people to just not get out of their comfort zones?
Well, I think that there's probably some genetic obsessive compulsive, there is for sure, component to my personality. Most people that are in music production have this. They have to, because they listen to music. They'll listen to songs thousands of times.
Yeah,
Or
keep on
people
repeating.
that are really accomplished as musicians will practice, for years and years and years, every day for hours. And it takes a certain kind of mind that actually enjoys the discipline of doing that. I love to practice. I love to learn. I love to do. I don't mind sitting down for 16 hours and making a video. There's very few people that actually feel that way, though. I can't. I can't help it, though. I'm a completist. That's my own word. I don't know if it's a word, but I like to complete tasks. That's why I like to go out and brass. I like to build things. Do construction around the house, whatever. And
Be
and
sort of innovative in a way.
yes, yeah.
Well, you've talked about your mind, how you think, but do you believe that most people could travel from that path to closer to the path you can develop? Because, if you ask any musician, they are always going to say, I want to do all of these things and I'm willing to go for it, but they don't actually go for it.
But
Some,
they don't want to put in work.
yeah. And there's another thing, like when people say, don't work hard, work smart. And I used to believe that sometimes, but working smart also means that you have to pair it with working hard, because then you're just using your creativity and you're not using your hard work. So the creativity won't reach the potential that it could.
Well, I have a saying, you've heard me say it: practice what you don't know, not what you know.
Yeah, I agree
That's the
with
way
that.
you get better. And people want it, their comfort zone is to practice things that they know. They can play them, it feels good, it sounds good to them, they've heard it a million times. But when you get out of your comfort zone, you're learning new things, you're building these new algorithms in your brain, motor neurons are firing, and it's not comfortable, it's not fun, because it's work. So, but if you just always do that, always every day try to work on things that you don't know, then you're going to really advance you're going to advance in anything, really, and
As
no
a
matter
person
what
as well.
as a person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to think that I've advanced, just even in the way I moderate my videos and the way that I communicate with people in the chat. That's always that was a tough thing for me. I got thrown into the social media thing with those viral videos with my son Dylan, and you go read comments, those are all on Facebook. I mean, the first video he did had 250,000 comments, and I'm reading through them. There's some pretty offensive comments on there, and it's your child.
Yeah,
They're
and
talking about
you can never not take
kid.
it personally because
Yeah.
it's not about you. As you said in the last video, if people say stuff to me, that's one thing, but if people say stuff to Idleness, and I just you can't take it because you think like he's the greatest improviser and somebody doesn't get it, but they don't say, okay, I don't get it. They say stuff that's just not well thought out.
Right. When somebody says I don't get it, I respect that. And when somebody can, I had a back and forth with somebody in the comment section of one of my last videos where like, I don't understand what you're playing. It doesn't sound like music to me. And I made the analogy. I said, well, not every song can be Mary Had a Little Lamb or a nursery rhyme. There are some, you can't express human emotion in 4 chords.
Yeah.
Human emotion is human beings are incredibly complex people, and it takes really complex language or multiple languages and multiple sometimes 4-part fugues to express things, all right, or incredibly dissonant polychords or these crazy rhythms.
That's that's like saying like, don't be Rick Beato, be somebody else. Don't be yourself, because all the music that comes, all the stuff you mentioned, it comes from different people and different ideas. When you say like you wouldn't say that to somebody like, don't be yourself, be somebody else, because then who is gonna be yourself?
Right.
So
Yeah. Exactly.
I really like that because I feel like whatever somebody's trying to portray, if they're being honest with themselves, and even if they're not technically, they don't have the technical facility for it, if it's strong enough, it comes out. And you have seen that in a lot of music. You might enjoy some punk rock, and it's not perfect, but we don't need perfect because we are humans.
No. Perfect is the enemy of the good, right?
Yeah.
Or enemy of the great.
And perfect is also the enemy of completing videos.
Exactly. Never going to be perfect, Hassan. No way. It's like you gotta know when to quit with it.